Hello. I wanted to share how hypothesis could be used in a reading group, and I'd like to show you two things. One, how it looks when you start annotating on your own, annotating through hypothesis, and then I'd like to share you what a document, a text looks like once it has received a bunch of annotations. So here we're looking at The Secret of Divine Civilization. You can see that this is on the website of Baha'i.org at the library. And what you do in the interface is you start up by selecting what you need to install an extension on Chrome. I'm pretty sure it works in other browsers as well. I could check. But in Chrome, for example, you have to activate the add-on like this. And then what happens is, as soon as it works, it opens this interface. So it doesn't alter the website that you are taking the notes on in any way, but what it does is that it creates a layer on top of said website. And from here, what you can do is log in. So you can log in. In my case, I'm logged in with through my Gmail account, and then here you can see that I have a number of groups. So I've participated and created different groups, and so naturally for the reading group, this would be a new group that we could create. So the reactor and the whale. It's a ABS reading group. And then once the group has been created, you can see here that at this point there are 0 annotations, and eventually this would build up as people go through the reading. And you can invite people to the group simply by sharing a link. And once the people access the link, they're invited to create their account and join the group. So now I can go back to my the tab I was wanted to work in, and now I am looking for the reactor and the whale. So that's an important detail. You need to select for which group you're sharing your annotations with. So here you can see that the name of the group is visible. And now I can close this up. There are no annotations in this page, so there's no need to, there's nothing to do with this. And then you can start doing one of two things. You can highlight or annotate. Highlight is as dumb as it sounds, so you just click and you have highlighted a part of the text. And you can see that my user Vahidem has marked this highlight. I can edit that and enter a comment. Comments can have some formatting. They can include links to other things that are relevant. They can include a picture. And then LaTeX is supported because this is a college tool. You know, they have fairly advanced tools. You can add tags. So tags could be Secret of Divine Civilization. They could be larger questions. They could be a tag about technology, a tag about, I don't know, Baha'i identity, whatever. And I can share how to where I want to with whom I want to share the annotation. So I share it with the group or I keep it to myself. So in this case, actually thinking about it, I think I want to add a comment. Who was Marzieh Gail. And so I'm going to share it to the group, and that's done. So I've posted it, and now you see that it is highlighted, and if I click on it, I can see the comments. I'll show you that if others have shared things to the group, I can see what they've shared. So I can go through reading, and now I am interested in this specific part of the text. And here I want to annotate, I wonder what term is used in the original for mind. So whatever you want to do there, I want to make sure I'm posting to the group, and I'm going to use a hashtag question, because I would like others to read this and add their questions, or answer the questions potentially. So what is going to happen is that if others click on this, they'll be able to see that Vehidem, the user Vehidem, highlighted or annotated something, and they'll have the option to reply to the comment. I can edit, I can trash this, or I can click on reply. And so here I'll reply. So you can have a whole forum thread basically around a single annotation, and that's what I think is very interesting. You can have whole dialogues build up around a single annotation. All right, so here I'm posting, and then this is how the annotations part work. Basically, you can select and highlight or annotate depending on what you want. And you can have the interface open, and as you go through the text, you will the relevant annotations for a certain part of the text will be showing up on the screen. So now let me pause this and show you what happens on a text that has already been, when a text has been worked on in a group. So in my email I mentioned I facilitated a couple of cohorts that were going through a year of service online training during the pandemic. So what I did for that group was to upload to sites.google.com the content of the compilation Unrestrained as the Wind. And then once I had that, I had the participants join a group and then participate in the consultation around the reading and their comments, thoughts, questions, and so on. So as you can see here, this is a regular web page that displays content that I copy-pasted from the compilation Unrestrained as the Wind. So again, I need to hit my extension or add-on for Chrome. And once I do that, it works like a charm every time. So here you can see that the interface is opened up. And you can see, because I'm on a different group, there's nothing showing. There's no annotation from the group called the Reactor and the Whale in this page, because nobody has interacted with this. But if I hit YOS 2020, you can start seeing annotations by different people. And of course, participation is variable, but you can see that as I'm scrolling down in the comments, we are scrolling down in the places that people have selected. So here, for example, you can see that user Wendy Salazar is adding a comment, and Ibrazi is also adding a comment. And So as you go through the text, you can see that multiple people might be highlighting the same parts, adding their comments, and you can also see that there's the possibility of having replies to one another. So this sentence again is was highlighted by 3 different users, and they're commenting their thoughts on this. Right? So this is how Hypotheses work once the group has been set up and people start highlighting different parts of the text. So it really encourages people, one, to do the actual reading, and then to interact with the text, which I think is very simple yet powerful in terms of helping people focus on the content and then having rich discussions around them. So I hope that's useful, and of course I leave it to you to think about it and see if you want to use the tool.